All right, let's talk about the one thing, the single concept that really separates the pros from the amateurs when it comes to trading, and that is risk. You've got to master this because it's the foundation for literally everything else. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, let's just be real for a second. This is the big one, right? That fear, that feeling in your gut about losing money, it's probably holding you back. It's the #1 reason people hesitate, or even worse, make really bad decisions. But look, it's a totally normal feeling. And the good news is, today, we're going to give you the tools to actually manage it. And this right here, this is the huge mindset shift you need to make. See, successful traders, they don't try to avoid losses. I mean, that's just impossible. No, they expect them. They actually plan for them. The real skill isn't about having a perfect 100% win rate. It's all about making sure that when you win, those wins are bigger than your losses and that your losses are always controlled and manageable.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain on this thing. We're going to strip away all the fear and just look at what risk really, truly means when you're a trader.
That's it. Seriously. It's not some scary monster hiding under your bed. All risk really means is the possibility of losing money. That's the whole definition. Simple, right? And the most important word there is possibility, because what we're about to do is learn how to control that possibility.
This really gets to the heart of the professional approach. It's not about being right every single time. Nobody is. It's about having a system, a real plan, to control what happens when you're wrong.
So if control is the name of the game, how do we actually do it? Well, you need what I like to call a risk management shield. Think of it like that. It's a super simple, two-part defense that protects your money and, most importantly, keeps you in the game for the long haul.
And here it is, the whole secret. Just 2 simple but incredibly powerful rules. Rule number 1, you decide right now that you will never risk more than a tiny slice of your account. We're talking 1 to 2% on a single trade. And rule number 2, you always use a stop loss. A stop loss is just an automatic safety net. It's an order that gets you out of the trade at a price you decide beforehand, so your emotions can't mess things up.
Look, if you forget everything else I say today, please remember this number, 1 to 2%. This is your #1 survival rule. Seriously. It's what makes sure that no single bad trade, or even a whole bunch of bad trades in a row, can ever wipe out your account. This is the key to staying in the game long enough to win.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Oh no, math is coming. But I promise you, this is super simple. Let's just walk through a quick example so you can see exactly how easy this is.
So let's imagine you've got a $100 trading account. Nice, easy number to start with. Okay, now we apply our golden rule, right? We're only going to risk 1%. So you take that $100 in your account, and 1% of that is just $1. That's it. That's the math. Your maximum loss on this trade is $1 single. Now, when you know that's the absolute most you can lose, placing a trade doesn't seem so scary anymore, does it? All right, you've seen the theory, you've seen an example, now it's your turn. Let's make sure this knowledge really sticks by having you do it yourself.
Okay, here we go. Let's say you have a $500 account. You're sticking to that 1% rule. So, how much is the maximum amount of money you can risk on one trade? Go ahead, do the math. I'll wait a sec.
It's $5. If you got $5, awesome, you're getting it. You just calculated your max acceptable loss. See, you're already building that crucial habit.
Okay, one more just to make sure it's locked in. Let's say your account is $200, still using the 1% rule. What's the total amount of money at risk? $2. That's the answer. Perfect. See how simple this is? But it's also so powerful. You now have a real, concrete way to manage that fear and to protect your account. You've totally got this. So look, you've just nailed a super important skill. You now know how much money you can safely risk. And that, right there, is the foundation of any good trading plan. But knowing the dollar amount, that's really only half the puzzle. And that leads us to the big question, doesn't it? Okay, so you know your number, whether it's $2, $5, whatever. But how do you actually apply that to a real live trade? How do you make sure that if you're wrong, you lose exactly that amount and not a penny more? Well, the answer to that is something called lot sizes. You've built the foundation today, and now you know exactly what you need to learn next.